Caitlin Clark becomes WNBA's richest star despite $76,000 salary. Rubs shoulders with veteran Simone Biles. Caitlin Clark makes top 10 of highest-paid female athletes list. The WNBA season might be over, but the accolades keep coming for Caitlin Clark. The reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year is successfully taking a break from basketball after playing her senior year at Iowa and her debut season as a pro back-to-back. The Indiana Fever guard has been among the rarer few to have a high rookie salary. By WNBA standards, that is, earning $76,535 during the 2024 season. And yet, she has landed on the richest women's sports stars list. Sportico's Kurt Badenhausen took to X to share the latest report on the top 10 highest-paid female athletes. Where tennis superstar Coco Gauff led the charge for the second year, Hoops fans will be pleased to see the Iowa sensation in the top 10, the only basketball player on the list. Her total earnings are listed as $11.1 million, just behind number 9 Simone Biles, also at $11.1 million. Although her winnings are listed at $100K, Clark's contract with the Fever is $338,056 for years. This season, $76,000 was her 2024 paycheck number, but she can make up to $97,582 in annual salary in the final year of her deal. Additionally, there were number 22's multiple nil deals from college, including brands like Gatorade, State Farm, and Panini that translated into endorsement deals. Her current biggest deal is with Nike, although Biles has the same aggregate total as the Fever player. The gymnast is listed above her, owing to a higher salary/winnings at $135,000. In addition to her base salary of $76,535 as a rookie, Sportico lists the rest of Clark's $100,000 earnings as bonus payments. The biggest came from her selection to the All-WNBA first team with a $10,300 bonus, the first rookie since Candace Parker in 2008 to be selected. Since the Fever reached the first round of the playoffs, each player was paid a bonus of $1,616, and before that, Clark's participation in the All-Star Game earned her $2,575 extra. Next year, her salary will reportedly go up to $78,066. While this goes on in the W offseason, there is another platform which Clark is sharing with Simone Biles. Caitlin Clark in contention for BBC Sports Personality's World Sports Star of the Year. Given that only 6 players worldwide have been shortlisted, the BBC Sports Personality's World Sports Star of the Year award is as prestigious as they come. And along with Simone Biles, Caitlin Clark is a contender. Set to be presented during the show live on BBC One on Tuesday, December 17th. The voting is now open. Alongside Clark, BBC's official website also lists other contenders as Swiss Par Athletics star Catherine Debrunner, Swedish pole vaulter Armand Duplantis, Dutch runner Sifan Hassan, and French swimmer Leon Marchand. The 2023 award was picked up by Manchester City's Erling Haaland. While some would have rather seen more veteran names like Aja Wilson on these lists, it's Caitlin Clark whose impact has been felt the most in women's hoops this year. The rising WNBA star is only beginning her journey to superstardom and might even move up in Sportico's list if the pay gap slowly gets bridged. Clark has a known and lucrative deal with Nike, even if fans think the iconic sports apparel company may be underutilizing her. She also has notable partnerships with State Farm, Wilson, and other brands. Plus, it has been speculated her speaking fees are fetching her a pretty penny as well. Tennis players dominate the list, but it is logical that Clark will give them a literal run for their money in the future, since she is just getting started. Her busy offseason has already featured many high-profile appearances, including taping with a David Letterman as part of his Netflix series. Regardless, it's hard to say what value to put on her actual worth. Clearly, Clark is doing things beyond basketball, but the eyes she brings through her brilliance on the court have changed everything for women's basketball going forward. And it's hard to put a price on that. Caitlin Clark and David Letterman take over Indianapolis Bakery for Netflix series. Back in November, the basketball community learned that Indiana Fever icon Caitlin Clark would be speaking with legendary comedian and television host David Letterman on December 2nd at Ball State University as part of the David Letterman Distinguished Professional Lecture and Workshop Series. While this caused a lot of excitement, it wasn't known whether there would be any video of the speaking engagement or what else would stem from it. But that changed on the evening of December 2nd, when Kyle Smedley of Indy Star Sports posted on X, "I can confirm that the Caitlin Clark/David Letterman event on Ball State University's campus was a taped episode of the Netflix series. My next guest needs no introduction with David Letterman." The fact that Clark would be included in Letterman's iconic Netflix series is awesome in and of itself. However, it has since surfaced that the duo did more than speak in front of an audience together. They also showed up at an Indianapolis bakery called Long's Bakery, which commemorated Clark and Letterman's appearance there with a December 3rd Instagram post that wrote, "What a wonderful day at Long's Bakery. We are super blessed to be chosen by David Letterman to hold his interview with Caitlin Clark for the Netflix series My Next Guest." Clark and Letterman are seen posing alongside Long's Bakery workers in the series of photos as...
Oh, check this out. The best thing we saw today has some of Indy's favorite faces together at one of Indy's favorite places. Yeah, you see there, David Letterman and Caitlin Clark at Long's Donuts. Indianapolis musician and author Tevin Studdard was just going in for a sweet treat when he spotted them. They were filming for a Netflix special. Studdard ended up giving Dave a children's book he wrote about him. Now, the book's cover even shows a bearded Letterman at Long's, which is pretty mind-blowing.
Wow.
So here's some background. Studdard loves Long Donuts. You just saw he made a music video about it. It went viral a couple of years ago. He's also a champion of children's literacy with dozens of published books, including that one with Dave. But what are the chances star power would come together like this?
The phenom, we know, Caitlin Clark, and then the IPS legend, the hometown hero, Dave Letterman. I was like, at Long's Bakery, it was just crazy. So just seeing them, I was completely shocked. And I always just keep books on me about people, so I don't expect to ever run, but if I do, I'm ready.
Yeah, he just pulled it out of his backpack, saw Dave, knew he had the book, and handed it to him. So Studdard has also written books about every black mayor in the state of Indiana, and he just finished a series with every Colts player on the roster. So he says he is ready for that next chance encounter. He'll have the backpack with him.
Well, yeah, and now that he's met Caitlin, don't you think he's got to write one with Caitlin?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah.
So fun.
Oh, he is such a great guy and really a champion for literacy.
Subscribe to The Facts Drone, your ultimate destination for exclusive content, jaw-dropping game highlights, and in-depth dives into the WNBA's brightest stars. From player profiles to behind-the-scenes stories, we've got everything you need to stay in the know about women's basketball. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button now and join the community that celebrates the game like never before.